Hello and welcome. Today, I want to talk about something that's rarely discussed, but quietly destroys millions of lives: a broken childhood. Not broken because of poverty or hardship, but broken by the very people who were supposed to love and protect. I'm talking to you, current parents, and those who plan to become one. This is your wake-up call. Part 1. Childhood trauma isn't just a phase. Children don't just get over being ignored. They don't forget being screamed at. They don't bounce back from being hit, humiliated, or told they're worthless. The truth? They grow up carrying those scars. Inside their minds, inside their hearts. And those wounds don't fade, they grow with the child. Psychologists have studied this for decades. A child raised in violence or neglect often develops deep emotional trauma. They may grow into adults who constantly doubt themselves, can't trust anyone, struggle in relationships, push people away or cling too tightly, or tragically, repeat the same violence in their own families. This isn't a theory. This is science, and it's everywhere. Part 2. The damage runs deep. Be clear. When a child grows up in a household where yelling, hitting, emotional blackmail, or silent treatment are normal, they do not become resilient. They become damaged. They develop anxiety. They shut down emotionally. Some self-harm. Some run away. Others become adults who never feel safe in their own skin. Yes, a child's brain literally rewires itself under prolonged stress. Parts of their brain tied to fear and emotion become hyperactive, while areas responsible for logic and empathy may shrink. This means a violent or cold home doesn't just hurt feelings, it physically alters the child's brain for life. Part 3. Real lives, real pain. You may know names like Judy Garland, the star of The Wizard of Oz. Behind the scenes, she was overworked, drugged by her own mother, and emotionally manipulated from a young age. She died broken long before her time. Amy Winehouse, a voice that shook the world. But inside, a woman drowning in childhood pain, neglect, emotional chaos, and no real support. She too was lost. And it's not just celebrities. In American prisons, over 60% of women and 40% of men report childhood abuse or household violence. Think about that. Part 4. A message to all parents. You may think, I'm just stressed. You may think, they'll understand when they're older. You may even say, that's how I was raised and I turned out fine. But here's the truth. You didn't turn out fine. You just survived. And survival isn't the same as healing. If you are raising children or thinking about it, understand that every word you say, every fight they hear, every time you ignore their pain, it stays with them. You are building the foundation of another human being. Do you want that foundation to be fear, shame, confusion? Or do you want it to be love, safety, and trust? Children don't ask to be born. They don't choose their parents, but parents choose how to treat them every single day. So if you are planning to become a parent, this is your responsibility. Not just to feed and clothe them, but to protect their spirit. To build their future, not break it. Because a broken childhood can ruin an entire life. Let's stop pretending it doesn't matter. It matters more than anything. Thank you for listening. Please, share this with someone who needs to hear it.